Summertime, right? Like summertime is here, it's not going anywhere, the hot months, you've just picked up your Hunter fan, you might wanna go outside. Well, what happens outside? You start going like this, right? If you're like me, I'm like the mosquito like paradise. Like they just come and they attack me. The moment I step outside, I don't know, they say it's because I'm sweet, maybe I have heat, I don't know, a little vibration, whatever it is that they love, they are coming for me. And if you're like me and you wanna enjoy the outdoors with your family and your friends, and you want an easy way to trap and kill all those pesky biters with no sprays, no chemicals, no weird contraptions to like have to, you know, put sticky tape or anything, you're gonna wanna get the rocket trap. And this is it. It is a revolutionary way to trap all those pesky biters. We're gonna show you how it works. It's quiet, but it's actually working right now because it mimics the things that the mosquitoes and those biters like. It mimics the heat, it mimics the light, it mimics the smell, it mimics the things that make them drawn to you, but you no longer wanna draw them to you, you wanna draw them here, so it'll trap it and kill it easily, simply, with no smells and no sprays. So I'm gonna bring in Tim Wilkins because this is the only time that we're gonna have this today. So I wanna make sure everybody really understands how really revolutionary this item is.
These will sell out this morning.
Yeah.
And just talking about the segment.
Oh gosh, I just looked at how many we have.
Yeah, we don't have very many.
Oh, no.
I just want to point that out. This segment, you just talking about this makes me itchy. Just makes me, you and I were talking last night, you have bites all over your knuckles, bites on your ankles.
Body.
And I don't know if you folks know this, I have a bunch of bug facts. This is gonna get fun and very gross at the same time. As the temperature heats up and as the rains come, the breeding cycle speeds up.
Yes, it does.
So it goes from 48 hours or 72 hours to hundreds of mosquitoes being born on your property every 12 to 24 to 36 hours, expediting. Now, if they don't travel, so if you can get them where they live, you get them, and this is how it does this. Now, like Valerie was saying, this has every possible system that attracts the bugs, and then a way to actually suck them down with the fan and trap them down here below, and I'll show you what we're doing trapping. But here's the attractant. So we've got a fan in here that creates a gentle hum and a gentle vibration. They like the vibration. It also creates CO2. The light, we know when we see bugs during the summer months and the fall months flitting around the lights, it attracts them. Then you also have, between those other three things, something the others don't, which is this little ring around the outside. It's like a little moat. You can actually put other attractants in there, like fruit juice or red wine or apple cider vinegar. And then what is the end result? That right there, my friends.
Ew.
In just a few days, that's what came out of my rocket trap. And that means less biting, less stinging, less, well, less possible disease coming in from somebody's luggage from the South America. Every year there's a new disease. And what do we normally do, Valerie?
Well, yeah.
Well, this is what we normally do with, I don't even have my readers to tell you about all the chemicals that are on this, but also the cost. You got a candle down here, $7, lasts 48 hours, 40 hours. You got these sprays over here. Out backstage a couple of weeks ago, there were 4 empty cans of that. At my house over the summer, there'd be about 10 because we walk out, and my kids won't hold still, so they get it in their eyes.
Well, and it's all sticky and it smells, and then you feel gross, and I still swat because I'm like itching, and it just feels yucky on the skin, and you know it's got a ton of chemicals in it.
This is not an entertainment center, by the way. Don't put this near your family. This is an attractant. So put this away from your family. When you go outside, and we had a segment outside a couple of weeks ago, and everybody's spraying and itching. I said, let's go get the rocket trap.
Yeah.
And the light came on for everybody. You can put this, a lot of people either hang this in a tree away from where their picnic is, take this camping, or it comes with the legs, and you can create a little stand for it and put it wherever. So it's that simple to assemble, and when the time comes, every few days, you just unscrew the bottom, empty them out, and then screw it back on. It's super simple. And enjoy being outside, whether it's barbecuing or playing sports with the kids. You're not swatting, you're not hitting, you're not worrying about it. Remember, you place this away, and what it does is it actually draws and attracts all those little pesky biters to the rocket trap. And that's where maybe it's drawn to the light, maybe it's drawn to the heat, maybe it's drawn to the vibrations. Whatever it is that little pesky biter is drawn to, it's no longer going to come to you. And then you're not gonna have, you see this? Can I just show you how ugly that is? I itched and scratched that until it bled. I mean, that's just disgusting. I mean, I would have put makeup on it today so you didn't see it, but I mean, I scratched and I itched and it was annoying. I've got one here. I just told you I have one on my calf. And
when I go outside and I want to take a breath of fresh air, I don't want to be annoyed. I don't want my summer, my afternoons to be ruined, and I don't want yours to be either. So with the few quantities that we have, now is the perfect time to pick this up. We do have it on FlexPay, $23.32 to get home. Remember, no chemicals, no funky smelling candles, no sprays, and you're getting the relief of sending those pesky biters to the rocket trap. Let the rocket trap do the trapping, and then it's really easy because you're going to see all of the yuckiness of those little things.
It's going to be caught in there, and it just screws right back on. When you get the queen, that's the thing though. When you get the queen, you stop the infestation. And the one review that we've gotten so far, because this has only aired one other time and it's almost sold out, it's just a volume of, we can't believe what an impact this was. The less biting, we were actually able to go outside, have a drink, have a picnic, have a dinner. Now, here's my bug facts. So a queen can lay every few days 50 to 100 eggs, which then of course get exponential. And then during their life cycle, another 500 to 2,000 eggs before they die off, which is relatively quick, but they've left in their path 50 to 100 to 500 to 2,000 that are just repeating the cycle. So the quicker you stop this, the quicker you get them coming away from your family, getting trapped and sucked down in here with the fan, and the faster you get them in this jar and very dead, don't open this, by the way, it's not a good smell. The faster you do that, the faster you can get outside with your family.
You collected all of those nasty critters in a few days. That's what I want you to think of, because otherwise, you're the breeding ground. You are dinner, your lunch, your snacks, your, the afternoon meal, because they will bite you, and who knows what diseases they're spreading. You itch, you scratch, the kids are miserable. Everybody's saying, let's go back inside, and you're thinking, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to go inside. We spend so much time inside, whether it's work. We want to get out and play. Remember, you put this away. You let it do all the work. You don't have to maintenance it. You don't have to go back and add a timer or anything. It's working all on its own, and you get it home for $23 and change. I want you to get it home, and I want you to try it. Put it to the test. You have 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee, because you know the space, whether it's near the lake, near the camping ground, near the RV, whether you're just sitting out on your patio. This is something you're going to use over and over and over again. Anywhere there's water, you know, is a total breeding ground for bugs, and especially mosquitoes. You grew up in Florida. I did. I grew up in California, and I remember the thing my mom said more than anything during the summer: go outside. Yeah. Take food, drink out of the hose. I don't want to see you till 5 o'clock. And the kids go, it's hot and there's bugs. Well, it can't help the heat, but it can help the bugs. Yeah. And it is attractive. If you want to go over to the left here, we have one on a shepherd's hook. Oh, yeah. And you can see how pretty that is. You can see how when you put that outside, it can actually become a part of your decor. In the dark, this has kind of got a blue hum right now. In the dark, it's kind of a blue-purple tint to it. So it's got a lovely light purple. There it is right there. Look how pretty that is. Yeah, I mean, you can mask this as it's functional, but it also has a little bit of fashion to it because it does emit that blue soft light. And you'll use this daytime, dusk, nighttime, because that's the thing. The bugs are always there, and they're ready. As soon as you step out, boom, you got an itch, you got a slap, you got a scratch. You are non-stop uncomfortable. It's ruining your summer. It's ruining playtime. It's ruining dinner time. If you are so anxious to get back inside because of the bugs, because of the critters, because of the things, then you're saying, well, I don't want, I'm looking at you because you were going to say something. I'm looking at this footage we got here, which is absolutely beautiful. Of course, we were by a pool, we're by a lake, and you see the water that's the attractant and the breeding ground. And then you see the distance that people have put this from where they are. Right. So they've got this up in a tree, probably 20 to 30 to 50 feet away. So all those biting insects are going somewhere else. All those things that would normally be attracted to the lamp, to the hum, to the heat of your body are going somewhere else to get trapped and caught. Now here is the breakdown, and here's a really good illustration and a little animation of, so we've got the light, we've got the CO2, we've got that vibration from the fan and that hum. All those things kind of mimic the body, and then that fan is sucking them down into the trap down below, so you can see this is how they're getting caught down here. This is what's gonna save summer, and up north, I lived in Minnesota, fall. They actually have mosquitoes bigger than Florida, if it's easy. No way. Bigger and badder than Florida. There's so many lakes up there, the land of 1,000 lakes. That's true. Those guys could carry babies away.
They're seriously big mosquitoes.
And because it's compact, you can easily take this with you camping. If you're gonna sit around and you're gonna have the campfire, remember you place it away from where everybody is congregating and being. So it's not an eyesore, nothing's gonna have some funny smell. You're not having to pull out the sprays and get sticky and itchy and scratchy because that's what they want. The bugs are attracted to you. So what the rocket trap does is it mimics the things it's attracted to, whether it's kind of a sweet smell, whether it's the warmth, whether it's a light, whether it's just that perspiration. This is going to trap those bugs and prevent you from getting all of those big, I know for me, when I get a bug bite, first I feel it and I slap. Then I have a big welt. Then I go through the itch cycle and the scratch cycle, then the little scab cycle, then possibly the scarring cycle. No children want to be coming in from outside when they've been playing out and they walk in and you're like, oh my gosh, I just set my child out to be eaten alive by bugs.
So what we do is, and while you were talking, I put the legs on this one that fast. You can see how easy the assembly is, and then there's a one-touch on-off button. What we do is we spray them up.
Yep.
And first I have suntan lotion on him because one's a redhead and he burns in the dome light in a car.
Oh,
and he just burns so easy. And then we spray them with all these chemicals. We put this out, or we put one of the attractants or a candle somewhere else, spend the money, get them done, and then they still are swatting, like you said.
Yeah.
They may not be getting bitten as much, but they're still getting bitten and they're still scratching and itching, and then we have to put lotion and something on that to get the salve and the itching to go down, because my kids will be up all night, they'll come in knocking on the door and, hey, I need some bug lotion to get the itching to stop. This can knock down that entire process by stopping the bites.
And completely chemical free. Like, you're not putting any chemicals on your body. You're actually sending it to the rocket trap. You're actually deterring, because it is luring them in. That's what it's designed to do. It's to lure them in so that they're going here, they're not going on your body. Don't ruin your summertime. Don't ruin the fall. Get outside, enjoy dusk. I think that's one of the things. I go out kind of in between, kind of, you know, when it's sunny out to when it's getting dark and you're thinking, all right, the sun's going down, the bugs aren't gonna bother me. No, it's like they come out with full vigor.
Well, that's when they come out.
Yeah, they really do. And I have a little retention pond behind my house. When I just step in my back patio, I literally feel like they swarm to me. So this is one of those pieces that you're gonna put in your back patio. You keep it away from the house. That way everybody can enjoy being outside. I used to love playing badminton as a kid, kind of up north. We used to play badminton all the time, and you go swimming. We have screened pools here.
Everything has, people have no
Yeah.
idea what that is. We use a fancy word called the lanai, but that screen is to keep the bugs from coming in while you're trying to enjoy your pool. Also, what they do to us in Florida is you have a retention pond. You call it a retention pond. The real estate people call it beachfront property.
Yeah.
You're on a lake. Well, that lake is actually the breeding ground. As pretty as it is, that retention pond is the breeding ground for the biting insects.
It's so bad.
What they do, their eggs are the little wigglers you see down in the pond. They're called rafts. So they lay a raft of eggs of 50 to 100 every day or two throughout the life cycle of a queen mosquito. And then they just constantly breed, and then they come up the hill from your retention pond up to where you're trying to enjoy your dusk. Bite, 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 and little Valerie has scratches all over her knuckles like she's been inducted into the mosquito gang.
Okay.
Thank you for not putting makeup on this so that people can see what it's like.
But I mean, it's gross, and it's on my hand, so I can't even hide it, right? I mean, a normal day, do you see that? I have 2 of them. It's like one wasn't enough. They had to get me a second time. That's always what happens, and I have them on my shoulders. I have them on my calves. I have them on my back. We just celebrated my niece's 5th birthday. We were outside. That's what you want to do this summer. Don't let those little pesky biters ruin your summer. Don't use, you don't have to use the chemicals, the sprays, the candles. This is an easy way, and you use this season after season after season. So it's one investment that you make. And remember, it lures the mosquitoes and all those pesky bugs to the rocket trap, and it traps them and kills them. And then you just, here's the technology behind it. So it's so simple. It's got these different components that are the natural attractants for biting insects. And that's the light that you see there. If you've been outside at night during the late spring, summer, or the fall, you see bugs congregating around that light. And then we've got the fan in there that not only is the onus for sucking them down and trapping them in this area down below, but it creates a gentle vibration, and the 2 of those together create CO2. And then that little lip below the light that you see, that's what's really special about this one. It gives you the ability to put in an attractant, something like apple cider vinegar, red wine, fruit juice, the kind of sweetness, or the kind of, a lot of those insects are attracted to the fermentation smell, like fruit flies. You're able to trap the fruit flies before they go in as well. There are so many ways that you are able to
I wish I could take this outside like a night watchman when I walk my dog Sugar and put it off to the side so that the bugs would go away from us. I get bitten up in the 4 or 5 minutes she's outside. If you can do this, to put this 20, 30, 50 feet away from your family during those times you want to enjoy outside, and attract them away and bring them down, then trap them and get them somewhere else other than on your body, biting, bringing whatever diseases they're bringing the different bites, like Valerie, she was itching away, and then it breaks the skin. It stops the cycle that is the biting insects of summer. You know they're anywhere the heat is, anywhere the water is, you've got biting insects. So easy to do. Again, we give you the hook on the top to hang somewhere in a tree, so it's an attractive, almost looks like a little a lantern. So it's so nice. And then you've got the ability to build the stand on it super easy. And it's just an on-off switch. The assembly on this and the maintenance is so very simple. And what you're doing, aside from killing those bugs, you're keeping the chemicals off of your body. You're cutting down on all the expenditure. Look at that. That is how easy the assembly is on that. And then again, you are stopping the process of being your own crop duster and spending the time spraying this on your body. You know, anything you spray on your skin is absorbed in there. So you've got to be very careful about the chemicals that you're using on you and your family. So very simple to stop the whole process and stop that expenditure and have something that's gonna last and knock down that biting insect problem where it starts. The rocket trap is such a revolutionary way to do that. There's other traps out there with similar features, but not all the features on one trap. So very simple, and so glad we could bring this to you at the start of summer. It's a hot summer. It's a hot time. We've already got heavy rains coming down across the country. You know it's gonna be a big insect time. This is gonna be the time to get this before